As a patient advocate, I'm excited about the potential of AI in healthcare. I enjoy following Dr. Castro on LinkedIn.
Accurate early disease detection, groundbreaking.
This technology promises a future where care is customized to each individual's unique health profile. Keep up the good work, Dr. Castro.
Yes, predictive diagnostics within reach.
Thanks to innovation in this field, personalized healthcare is becoming accessible to all. I'm happy to see that Dr. Castro wrote the first book on ChatGPT and healthcare back in 2022.
No more injuries undetected.
Hi, as an AI researcher, I collaborate with medical experts, like Dr. Castro, to develop technologies that predict health risks, personalize therapies, and support surgical procedures. Our aim is to leverage AI to not only improve health outcomes, but also to save lives.
VideoGen AI medical imaging transformed.
The new iPhone 18 will leverage small language models. I am excited to see what applications Dr. Castro will create. He has several Apple Vision Pro applications out.
ChatGPT and said, change the words as if you're talking to a 5-year-old. Change how you would explain, give us the examples. And then they used Midjourney, put those concepts together, and gave that child a coloring book. I said, here you go, let's color together. And I thought, wow, what a way of delivering healthcare. Join me in transforming healthcare using AI. It's the year 2022, and I'm playing with ChatGPT for the very first time. And I think to myself, this is going to change healthcare. In fact, it moved me so much that I literally started writing a book on ChatGPT and healthcare and literally got it published within 3 weeks. I'm so excited about how AI is going to help us all. I want to reflect at this small little scar that I have here in the hand, and it reminds me of the healthcare that I personally had. It was horrible. I waited for hours in the emergency room, and the worst part for me is the doctor didn't use any anesthetic. And I told myself I will grow up one day to be a doctor and to be compassionate and to help others. What started as a public service announcement just to help my fellow physicians and healthcare professionals and patients on how to use AI to get a better healthcare outcome became something huge. I literally was getting called all around the world to talk on the biggest world stages on how AI could help healthcare. And the persons from West Africa, they look at me like, I have no idea what he just said. But now I can use the power of ChatGPT or any of these tools and say, hey, give me some examples. Like, this is my example in the US. What is it in West Africa? And then I can give that to the patient. I'm teaching hospital systems and clinics how to use AI in healthcare, how we can best leverage these tools to prevent healthcare physician burnout, to help and create better efficiency for our patients. And I'm doing fun stuff like using plushies like this, and which are connected to ChatGPT, and having conversations with our healthcare providers and how they could use a tool like this to create better discharge instructions for our patients. So what is the future? I really think we're going to start using robots through a third party that will be released this year. With this kind of creation, you could put on the eyes of the robot being powered by ChatGPT 4, 5, and what it could do is this. It could look at someone and say that person's sugar is this, their blood pressure is this is their age, and it could be an amazing tool. It could be a reference. So my commitment is patients are safe. I'm doing talks on empowering our patients, making sure they're using these tools correctly, and they understand the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to AI in healthcare. But more importantly, I am creating these tools because if I am teaching them, so I'm also learning how to use them myself and creating my own AI products, so that other healthcare providers and non-healthcare providers can use these tools to improve healthcare. Join me in transforming healthcare. Let's schedule a call on how we can create a better healthcare for tomorrow. So I'll pause a bit. Can you imagine? That was just with an image and audio. And it did the facial and the muscles, and it sounds real. So Microsoft will not release this right now because of the elections. But imagine if you put it in the hands of a doctor that could give you your discharge instructions that way. Because how many times have you gone to the doctor and they said something and it's like Charlie Brown, because after that you're like, oh my God, they said X and I can't deal with it. And then after that you don't hear it. But what if I recorded it and used AI and now I gave it to you? And so like at 2 in the morning you'd be like, oh yeah, now I can go through this, and now you saw the transcript. And that's such a better way to deliver medicine. There's this cool thing called the pendant. It's coming out in the fall. There are multiple projects like this. Just imagine a little tiny pendant that goes on you, and then when you see the doctors transcribing. So I won't bore you with my English accent, but that was
limitless pendant preserving
And it just reads
conversations.
the slide.
What are the AI components in healthcare? Definition: artificial intelligence, AI, simulation of human intelligence by machines. Key components: machine learning, ML, algorithms that enable computers to learn from data and make decisions. Natural language processing, NLP, allows machines to understand and respond to human language. Computer vision enables machines to interpret and make decisions based on visual data.
All right, guys, welcome. I'm excited to be here and have Brooks here with me. So I hear a little echoing, maybe that's me, but I'll let Brooks start. So we'll jump right in.
All right. Well, we've been launching quite a few different AI tools and processes, and what we're doing now is trying to condense it all into a community form. So we're adding tools, any kind of news, any new things that come up. We're just kind of sticking them all here and allowing it to be a sort of a clearinghouse for everything that we're working on, any kind of new tools, any new ideas, any new stuff. So if you were to, I'm gonna put a link down in here as well. But if you go to ai-insider.so, there's a form you can fill out to be able to join this community.
Can you say that again? I'm going to type it in the chat. What was the website?
So it's ai-insider.so.
Okay. Got it. I just put it in there. Oh, wait. Let me fix it. Okay, great. Awesome.
And then I'll create a banner too. Let me just edit this real fast.
So you do that. So I want to just share why we did this. Big picture, all of us are part of different forums. We're on LinkedIn. Obviously, we're on LinkedIn Live. This is streaming also on Instagram and YouTube, Twitter. And we're all getting different information. And people ask me, Harvey, how are you keeping up? Honestly, it takes a village, and I'm trying to create that village in one place so that we can all communicate. Different ways that I personally get the information. Obviously, I get it from you guys. I love when I get texts like, hey, have you seen this? And I know it's been like 3 or 5 people telling me the same thing. I'm like, okay, this has got to be important because all these people are hitting me up. The second way is obviously I follow other people as well, and following different influencers, seeing what's there. And then as a doctor, I love putting that doctor spin on it and see like, okay, as a doctor, how do I see this? Or what other vertical? At one point, I ran different companies. And so I know AI can be very efficient, can help us elevate our game. And I thought, why not create all this in one place that I can create the tools that I'm using, create different platforms, different things that always come up. And my goal is not just include just doctors. I figure why not include everybody that's interested in AI? And I truly think as this thing continues to grow, more and more people are going to be interested. And so the way we both created this is almost in a graduation form, in a way that we're starting at basic, going a little bit more and more. But then I wanted to invite all the people that I know and for you to share different people, so we are working together towards this. And we methodically went through every little space that's on here that we're about to show you. So you're on mute, Brooks.
So once you join, if you go to the say hello section, we have a little bot in there. Let's see where actually I'm sorry, it's on the start here section. No, Actually, I'm wrong. It's in the
Yeah, we moved things around last night.
AI lab. Okay, there it is.
There it is.
Under the AI lab section, if you go to this post, you can chat with Harvey. Just grab this real quick. But this is like a live chat within the post, and it'll tell you everything about Harvey that we have set up here currently through our AI. It's a digital twin of Harvey. But that's just one fun little thing in here. We will be adding a ton more tools that do all kinds of different things. But that first one is just this chat bot that's built in here. Also, if you under the say hello section, you can start a call. So this is the same AI chatbot, but it's also just a digital clone of Harvey as well that you can talk to.
So let me interrupt you real quick, bud. So on the clone, I want you to realize how much effort is here. It's not just a clone. It literally has, I have like 18 books right now. So it's all the books I've written. Anytime Fox News has called me, any blogs that I've done, we've put it on there. And so literally it has everything. So you can ask me. So instead of buying the book, you can literally say, okay, Harvey, what do you think about AI in healthcare? What do you think about AI in the Apple Vision Pro? And how does that work? So go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean that's absolutely right. And then the start a call takes it one step further, and now you can actually talk to Harvey. Sounds like him. I don't think. Let me see. I'll try to start a call and see if you can hear it.
See if it'll let you share it. So our whole goal here is to why not create these tools that are out there, show you how they're used, and then you can use them in your industry, and then kind of give you proof of concept. And we thought.
Yeah, it won't. The audio won't play through while we're.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Well, it won't play through while it's sharing, unfortunately. But
yeah, that's what I thought.
You can click start call. That will go there. Again, the chatbot and the news, and then under the AI lab and under the AI tools, that will be the different places that we have all the different things that we're working through.
And so what makes this a little different from everything else? Obviously, it's you guys are making this special. It's us being there moderating. And so when we looked at this, what I'm really excited about personally is all of it, but really excited about the AI news. Brooks is working on different ways to make sure that we're getting the latest and greatest news under AI news. And that'll be one thing that is really helpful. We want to hear from you. So we added an AI general chat just to educate each other. On the AI tools in future, I'll be doing demos of the Meta glasses and how they work. Recently, they just got an update where this thing I can put on and it actually can translate, which I think is crazy. So you can speak any other language. It would hear you. It would tell me in English what you're saying. And then I would say it in English, and then it would tell me how to say it in Spanish. And I would hear it through the glasses and then tell you. So we'll be showing you different devices that are out there. The other one that I'm really enjoying lately is these Brilliant Labs. I think the Brilliant Labs. I forget. I'm going blank on the name. I'll put it down there. But the skinny is it's got a teleprompter in here, and I can literally see it. It's on, but you can't see that it's on. It gives me the time. It has AI, and so it's just to show you how these things work and how obviously it would work in healthcare, but how it could work in your industry. So that'll be another one that'll be fun. On the AI Med News, as a doctor, I'm biased. I want to make sure that we have an area that we can put the latest articles or just have good conversations about how do we use AI in healthcare. And I purposely wanted to put it there for everybody to see. That way, even if you're not a physician or a healthcare professional, maybe I think we're all at some point going to be a patient. So why not be there so you can see what's going on, what kind of the chatter that's taking place. The other thing, no matter what conference I go to, no matter what I do, we always talk about ethics and policy. So we have an area. This morning I met with someone from Europe and placed some stuff from the GDPR and information. So they're going to start putting a lot of stuff there. I met someone else here in the United States that wants to use that ethical area to put all these papers and such. And then Brooks, do you want to show the AI lab, what we've done there?
Oh, yeah. I'll go to that. We had a question about, do you just access through the Google form? Yes, just fill that out, and then we'll approve the request and add you to the community. So to go back to this part, under the lab here is where those would be. So right now it's just the chatbot that we showed, but there will be much more there as we start adding things to it. And then the lab is again this chatbot. Harvey, give me a question I should ask.
Tell me about some simple use cases with AI in healthcare. I should have been more specific, like the Apple Vision Pro or something. That's very specific, but. And so what it's doing right now, it's literally going through all my data, all the information, all my books, transcripts, analyzing all of it, and then here's the answer.
Yeah, top one, and this would be the one that you would always, I would see top, is radiology. I mean, from an AI healthcare perspective, radiology is by far the most robust use case currently that's used more than not.
Yeah. And then after you're done here, if you scroll down on the lab, we've added the Google LLM. And so what we did here is we've taken certain papers, like you can click on that one. And this was a paper that came out. It was basically superhuman performance of large language models on reasoning tasks for physician. And we took that article, made the summary, but then to make it fun, if you see it there you go.
Okay, so get this. Your next checkup, you might not even need a human doctor. Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you can hear that, but that.
So the goal here is to show you how these tools are being used. This is all AI generated. These are 2 generated AI voices, and we figure why not put it in here as part of the community. That way you're able to see how these tools work. It's pretty cool. I'm looking at the side questions. Sorry. And so I think this would be fun. The other thing that we're doing different from other forums is we're trying our best to try to use AI in the forum. So as you can see, we already have a digital twin in there that you can talk to at any time. You have these tools. And then Brooks is working on getting us the latest AI news from different news stations and so forth so that it's on the community.
Well, and so a couple of questions that have just popped up in here. You'll be filling out the Google form, and we'll have to manually approve you to add you to the community.
Yeah.
And then looks like Roy was mentioning your glasses. Yeah, Brilliant.xyz, those glasses that you just pointed out.
Yeah. I think it's Brilliant Reality or something like that. But yeah, those I'm biased. I like them. Especially, I'll give you a quick story. I was on stage. I was writing a different angle to start my presentation, and it ended up being a pretty interesting AI poem. And long story short, I had done it on my way to the event, and I said, you know what? Let me put these on. So I put it on. I read it. It puts it 20 feet in front of me, so it doesn't look like I'm reading. And then I obviously was transparent and told everybody I had done that just to kind of show proof of concept, because I think it's pretty cool. The other thing, the other glasses, the Meta glasses will have, as a doctor, it's patient reminders as far as your medication. So you'll be able to put these on and say it's 12 o'clock, and that's when you take your midday meds. It will tell you it's 12 o'clock, time for your medicine. So pretty cool technology. We look at these things. My goal here is, number one, make sure that we have a community that we can talk. The other thing is, when I'm on these different WhatsApp groups or LinkedIn groups, it sometimes gets difficult because there's so much information coming. So I wanted to make sure, have it all in one place that we can just go there and you have your videos, you have your news, your ethics, your AI med news, tools. And Brooks is doing a pretty good job finding the different, like using my digital twin on here. And in the near future, we're going to start adding other people that we know that want to have their digital twin here, and that you can have a conversation with them.
And then, last few things we'll be building out will be live workshops, how to apply this in your daily life, how to build custom tools, how to use any tools that we've built, as well as different events too. And then we'll have some courses too. We're building out the 101 course right now, and then we'll be releasing the 201 and the 301 course shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else we got on there. The big picture is just there's so much going on. We wanted just to make it easy. We know that there's a million other platforms out there, but we wanted to make the one that we think would have it all. At the end of the day, it's all about working together. There's so much information and proof of concept. Like, I'm biased. I like that digital twin Brooks did, that you can have a conversation. It cloned my voice, so it literally sounds just like me. Just for fun, I called my mom, put it on play, and let her, or send her the file, and she listened to it, and she's like, "Yeah, it sounds just like you." And then I had to tell her it wasn't me, so it's kind of funny. Any questions in the forum that you guys have? I see Roy's been active. Thank you. I see different people asking questions. Thank you, Dr. Dell, for coming. I know I've been seeing the forum. I was trying to add some more information, and literally we just went live just now. So I encourage you to apply. When you're on there, go ahead and go through. Feel free to put whatever information is pertinent to that particular area. And then more importantly, introduce yourself, network, put your information, because at the end of the day, I think this community is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, in the sense that all of us want to understand how to use AI and how to be more efficient. And I'll be inviting different influencers that I know to come and do some special events. We'll do some in LinkedIn, but we're going to start transitioning all to this forum. So I highly encourage you to come and sign up. And then, like I said, please make sure you put in your information.
We'll definitely
right.
Longevity section. That's definitely something that I'm been working on, and really what my goal in my career has been is trying to focus on longevity specifically with AI. So we'll definitely add that channel. So great call out.
Yeah. And then to take it to the next level, what we'll do is, I wrote a book on longevity. We'll put that book, think of it as a RAG model, and we'll think of it just as a database. And then we'll add more information to that database, and then we'll have that channel and then that bot that you can literally ask questions, and it'll be able to extract everything, and it'll flow a lot easier. So that's something we've thought of doing. So yeah, thank you, Michael. That's I know you and I just literally talked about this, I think, yesterday, and you saw the information that we have. So obviously it takes a village. You mentioned other people to consider, and adding all that information into one database and then you be able to interact really takes things to the next level. We'll have some other information that we'll be releasing. We'll be doing businesses that we've been working on, some products for businesses. We've been working on different things. I'll just say something fun. Back in March of 2023, Brooks and I cloned our voices. We used this technology where we could take any blog and within 5 minutes have a podcast. And in that podcast is he and I talking about whatever that blog was stating. And then we would be able to have the audio file and on Spotify within 5 minutes. Fast forward, we've had different products that we've created. The latest one is this Email Max one, if you want to talk about it, Brooks. But then big picture here is we're going to be trying our best to put all these tools in the forum as well, so that you're able to use it.
Yeah, and so just the AI Max, as you know, if you're part of the community, that will be a feature that you'll have access to, and we'll provide an email address. And basically, what you'll do is any emails that you like really dense or things that you need to have decisions made for, you can forward an email to the email address that we have provided with this product, and you'll get a good filtered response back with decisions, a mind map, and a whole bunch of other things. And then Harvey mentioned the original podcast that we did, starting in March of 2023 is when we did our first one. But again, it's just something that we've been working through, and we'll have tools for podcast creation also built into the community as well.
So at the end of the day, we're trying to maximize all the tools that are coming. How can we leverage them? How can we put them in the community? How can you start using them right away and making them simple? And with this technology, I always say it's exponential, and our organizations at best are logarithmic. There's a big gap, and the bigger the gap, the more as an employee or team member for whatever organization we need to grow. So having a community where we can learn from each other. I'm personally really looking forward to having some meetings on the channel so that all of us can join. And then the next best part is it'll be there where it's recorded and you can see it at any time and talk to it. And then once we have those transcripts, Brooks and I will start generating summaries of these conversations. So then it'll be on there for everybody to see. If you don't want to listen to a whole hour, 2 hour, whatever we end up doing, then you can see the bullet points and decide, okay, I actually do want to hear from minute 20 to 40 or whatever, and then it'll be on there. Other things that we're doing is we're really leveraging some of these articles that we're seeing. Instead of putting a podcast that maybe is 2 hours, we're able to put the summary on there and the podcast, say on YouTube, and then you can see it. And then we'll have other AI bots in the community helping us to make the community even better. So I'm really excited about the future of this community.
Yeah, me too. And I can already see that there's had quite a few people sign up already. So we'll be once we're off this, we'll preview and you'll get access to this community as well.
Yeah, and then any questions before we sign off, everybody? Or Brooks, is there anything else that we may have not covered or that we want to talk about the forum?
Ultimately, we'll be doing some live events once or twice a month. And when we do the first one, there's an event section that we'll be posting within the community.
Yeah, and I'm thinking for me, I'll be speaking at CES in a couple of weeks. So if you happen to be at CES in Las Vegas, let me know. I'd love to meet you. I'll be speaking on the 9th, I believe, at 10 o'clock in the morning. I forget what room number, but definitely if you're there, please let me know. I'd love to meet you guys in person. Second, I'm really bad with names, but we have a book coming out that we'll announce that week that I wrote along with 2 other individuals. I'm really stoked about. And then the last is I really want to make this the best community for all of us. So if there's something specific, for example, this morning someone sent me a text. They have something very specific in medicine that they want to do. And so right now I'm talking to see how we can incorporate that. And that way that person is able to really expand that one part of medicine that really applies to everybody. But he wants to just focus on that. And then he has certain community members that he is associated with that he wants for that. So I thought, okay, that'd be great because I see it more as a win-win for all of us. The GDPR individual in Europe, he's really big on AI and ethics, and I thought this would be great for him to influence because people here in the United States are seeing what Europe is doing, but then vice versa, he'll hear people from here in the States for Europe. So I think that would be great. On the use cases, this is where everybody comes in. I love all these toys and constantly figuring out how can we make this for medicine, but obviously in business world as well. And so this will be a great platform for that. So at the end of the day, let us know what you like, don't like, what you want more of, and we'll tweak it, fix it, change it. But I really think this will be a great community. So with that, Brooks, do you have anything else?
I think that's it for me.
All right, guys. Well, I don't want to take long. Thank you for your time. We want to make it short and sweet. And if you have any questions, concerns, have any issues, this is new for Brooks and I, and we literally been working on this for a bit to get it to the point where it's at. But bear with us. We'll get through all this. And I'm really excited about once we start doing these live workshops and we start doing these courses. This is something Brooks and I have been talking about probably for about 2 years that we've been wanting to do. But the nice thing is we've had all these products that we've created, and we can take all of those products and put it here. Quick example, we'll be adding something in the near future is Speaker Plus AI. We could take any video feed and put it on here, and then it will give us a description, a 3 to 5 page report. We've done this with weddings. We've done this with different verticals. We've done it in the business world. We've done it for startups. So case in point, if you're a startup, you give your pitch, the AI will analyze and give you a report. We've done this for Zoom calls. We've done this for different verticals to apply different angles. So we're excited to put those there so you'll be able to play with them. So with that, let us know.
And then we had a quick question too that I thought would be good to just kind of end on.
Yeah.
Really asking about how we can highlight medical biases and from political biases and AI and so forth. And that's a great call out too, and that's definitely something that we'll focus on. There is a part in the community where we do have we've been starting that portion that's on the ethics side, ethics and policy, and that would probably be where we'll talk through a lot of those types of things.
For sure, and I agree with you. This is why I love this community. At the end of the day, you're right. Our brain as a programmer will put a bias, and then if I'm looking at it, I'm not aware of those biases, I'm going to reinforce those biases. So we'll definitely be talking about that. And I'm sorry, I hear someone says that the sound is going in and out. I was trying something new. I upped the bandwidth to this, and I need to bring it back down because I think when I do that, it messes up because the stream is too high. I think there's another question, and let's see. we'll just highlight Dan here. He says, excellent. Look forward to participating. Thank you, Dan. I'm excited. I know you're a big book buff, so if you can give us some books that you highly recommend, what we'll do is we'll find any information that's on the internet out there on that book, and then we'll actually make that into a podcast and some summary points, so that way individuals can get all the key core concepts of that book. Then the next one, the sound keeps cutting out. I am sorry. I'll make sure the next one I don't do that. I'll use a lower quality bandwidth, so that way that doesn't happen. Sound is excellent on my Mac. All right, Dan. Well, another. I like the promotion for Mac computer, so that'll work. Let's see. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, feel free to put them on there on LinkedIn, and more importantly, come to the AI Insider, and we will have a conversation there. So thank you for joining, and we appreciate you.
Thank you all.